It's college basketball on CBS Sports Network. It's early November. It means we've got basketball on the campus of Villanova as they host Columbia here at Finneran Pavilion. And with that, we say good evening. Jordan Cann alongside the former coach Steve Lappison, coach against Villanova as we get set for the tip. And Columbia will go ahead and start this game off with the rock, and off we go.
And one thing Villanova is going to have their hands full guarding this half-court offense. These guys run it with precision. They get the ball side to side. They love to back cut, and they love to do that, shoot threes.
Threes off target for Blair Thompson. Offensive rebound. Snagged by Bedry. Geronimo Rubio De La Rosa kicks it back out. 9 to shoot. Rubio De La Rosa caught in midair. That's blocked. Jordan Longino. They love the fact that he's just healthy this year, coach.
And you know, Bedry had an open three-point shot there. Now, he's not their best. He made 6 last year. I was surprised that he hesitated that much on that three.
Villanova picked to finish 7th in the Big East this season. Here's the three from the 2 up top from Eric Dixon.
Both that time, to be honest with you. But this is what Columbia does, and Villanova has to stay patient defensively, because if you start going crazy, that's what happens.
The beautiful backdoor cut by Rubio. Avery Brown will bring it down, hands on off. Bedry trying to look backdoor again, well defended that time.
Villanova is really trying to put pressure on them.
Brown stop and pop, nails the jumper.
You know, pressure is a good thing if you can get.
Jameer Brickus, one of the first true point guards Villanova's had in the last couple of years. The transfer from LaSalle, kicks it up top. Here's Dixon, his three, nothing but net.
When it comes to Dixon, you've got to stay.
Big East preseason, and if you follow this conference, you know that means a tremendous amount. A little bit of a wild scramble. Columbia controls, 12 to shoot. Thompson swings it over. Brown, he'll fire the three, and Brown connects on the triple.
Avery Brown
can also shoot the three at a rate of 38%. See the double team coming over to Dixon. He maintains the dribble though. Dixon spins right through the double, rips it up, and draws the foul.
See, the kid wasn't really a true point. They need Brickus to really set the table for everybody.
Really trying to work on his playmaking and how much that's improved as far as finding his teammates during the offseason.
And he's going to
kick it down low to Jaden Cooper. Cooper doesn't know how much time's up. Gets it to Blair Thomas for a late three. And now Villanova brings it down. Dixon up ahead, tries to make the one-handed catch, controls it. And Villanova will reset. And the three is good for Poplar, who strings it from outside. That's for the reserves for Columbia as they try to whip it around.
I think the fact that they went zone helps these guys, because now the pressure is not nearly as great as it was for the first few minutes.
They get it to the middle. Robledo strings the jumper, so Columbia solving the...
And the amount of years he's been a head coach, and he hasn't had to move, that's unbelievable.
Brickus will try the long triple, off target. Offensive rebound, no good as Columbia pushes it down. Cobb tries to go up high. Bodies crashing everywhere, and a tough finish for the freshman.
And Columbia does look to run, so they're going to try and push it up on you if they have the opportunity.
So Columbia regains the lead. Dixon, no hesitation, his three, his second one of the night. Tavlov trying to pry open down low, looking to carve some real estate. Here's Nolan. Offensive rebound for Columbia. Nolan attacking the cup, blocked from behind by Mosley. They're going to whistle him for the foul. That'll be his second, though. Nolan, you pair him with Geronimo Rubio De La Rosa, and when we were talking...
3 kids have played so much together, so they run this offense, this half, you know what I mean? He's a tough cover because, and now he's going inside.
Dixon, a couple of pump fakes, goes through the contact, offensive rebound, cleans it up himself.
I mean, just so much more physical offensive rebounds, and they're sticking with this zone right now.
Credit Columbia, they're winning the rebounding battle by 1. Villanova maintains the zone.
No, they showed zone, and then on the first pass, they went man to man.
A little bit of a change-up, but doesn't matter because that jump to work the two-man game with Buachi. Poplar left wide open up top, bounces off Buachi, offensive rebound, gathers his feet, powers up, and draws the foul. Over the last couple of years, but you see the size, the athleticism, what he could.
Fresno State in the Mountain West tournament last year.
He's one of the top 5 rebounders in the Mountain West Conference.
Probably try some zone. It's not a bad idea.
Well, we're starting to see the fouls
Yeah.
stack up for some of their key members. Longino shakes the defender. Oh, finishes the highlight by nailing the jumper. Largest lead of the game for Villanova at 6. The answer from Columbia. Robledo buries the 3.
He's a good three-point shooter. He
Felt like a big-time answer because here's Villanova with their largest lead of the game. You felt the energy surge in the building for a moment. Brickus back out. Longino wants another one and hits it.
That was a really nice
As we just saw. Pass deflected by Buwachi. 10 to shoot. Bedry thought about the long 2 instead. Gets it to Robledo. 3 to shoot. Robledo falling away. Oh, wow. It's a big-time throw.
off a shot.
Cooper does get off a 3. And Buwachi with another board. Poplar, in and out dribble, tries to go up and under. Oh, the acrobatic finish. Perkins with 10 to shoot, kicks it back up top to Poplar. Poplar jabs. Longino will try to get to the edge. Longino using the length, kicks it around. Poplar left wide open, nails another 3.
He's a big-time shooter, and they're getting pretty good looks right now.
Villanova with their largest lead of the game. Just under 6 minutes left here in the first half. Rubio De La Rosa and Columbia again defend him. Dixon keeping that pivot foot down, goes up with the left, too strong, bats it around. Columbia regains it. It's a foot race. Cooper going to the cup, shields the defender and gets the finish.
That was a good, strong move there.
You wondered if Brickus, not in the game, who would run the show, and it's Longino so far. Poplar trying to pry open. Quick hands by Rubio De La Rosa and draws the foul. What a defensive sequence. Offensively is the challenge early in the season.
Well, there's no doubt about that. You want to...
For Rubio De La Rosa. In the bonus now is Columbia. Hits them both. It's a 7-0 run. Where's the response from Villanova after Columbia's built this 7-0 run? Longino dishes it to the corner. Here's the drive. Perkins nearly lost it.
He's open again.
Dixon, the pump fake. Dixon goes to the rim. Gingerly lays it in. We were ready for takeoff there.
Yeah, I was ready. You know what happened? Well, you know, he's made the jump shot, so they come out, they close out of control. He shot fakes and goes to the basket.
Robledo will circulate the air, and we have a...
Yeah, you know, the best thing you can do is hold your ground. Don't go for the shot fake, so you end up putting them on the foul line. And that's one thing about Villanova. They're a great free throw shooting team, but they don't really shoot a lot of foul shots.
Nolan, the floater, a thing of beauty. Columbia has trimmed the lead to 1.
You know, you could see Columbia's experience. They go down 7, they're not phased. Now
Quickly
that's a
stolen
bad
by
mistake.
Brown. Brown off the window. Columbia has taken the lead. And Coach, this was an 8-point lead for Villanova. Just a few in the basket. Puts Villanova in the bonus. Longino able to hit the first free throw.
And you know, as we talked
with that, coaches, they were in the bottom 10 in the nation as far as free throw line appearances per game. And now it's just a matter of how do you try and get more of those freebies.
because they rely on that 3 so much, so they're not really, you know, they're not really have a post-up guy for the most part. They're shooting 3, so they're not a foul. That's a good cut.
Back cut by Nolan, back-to-back floaters for him, and 7 different players. But chasing after it, and the Wildcats scratch it away. Longino still running the show. It's been a while since we've seen Brickus in the game at point for Villanova. And that's going to be a careless reach-in foul. You can hear a pin drop.
He's doing it by himself.
15 points, 5 of 9 from the field, make it 16 against Dixon. The handoff to Nolan. Nolan will get it back. Open corner 3, threads it. Columbia takes the 2 point.
They're a very good half-court basketball team.
Columbia returning nearly 80% of its scoring from last season. About a 2-second differential between shot and game clock. Brickus back in the game, handles the rock up top. To try to pick his time to attack. Draws the double team, swings it over. Dixon, contested 3, right in the eye. And Dixon having an unbelievable first half, 19 points for him. 3 seconds left, a clean look for Rubio. De La Rosa rattles it in right before half, and Columbia, no bad.
I also think that this might be a good game for Villanova to play small. Not a knock on Boakye, just to get more space and more movement out there. Maybe you get the big guy out of the game and play small, and there's another one of those Columbia back cut layups.
Noland able to find the soft spot, and that's what we've seen.
I think a lot of times when you play a team like Columbia, spreads the floor, does what they do, you might be better off playing small. That's the 5th time that they've left him alone on a pick and pop. You would think that you're going to switch that or aggressively hedge it and don't lose him.
And Dixon makes him pay. 22 points, 4 of 5 from 3. Bedry cut up top, another late back cut. Tavroff tries to muscle through, guys for it. Wildcats slow it down a little bit here. Brickus back out to Dixon. Dixon trying to body his way to the cup, goes up and under with the touch. Brown, though, races it right back down the floor. Bedry thought about it for a moment.
That's where Dixon, you know, he's dangerous because he can put the ball on the floor, too.
Bedry left all alone. He'll let a 3 fly and splashes the triple.
I tell you, these shots in the second half, for Columbia, they've been pretty open. Now Columbia doing what I thought maybe they'd do in the first half, little zone here.
Yeah,
2-3 zone.
Columbia comes out the gate 3 of 4 from the floor, then shows the switch on defense. Dixon now catches it at that mid-post, spin move, knocks a body down strong.
The one thing that's very difficult out of the zone, oh, that's another bad pass.
Brown reaching from behind and up and under, pinned off the glass. Gonna be called a goaltend. And you saw Poplar.
Villanova turnovers, now it's 13. So, and Villanova has 2 points off Columbia turnover. So that's a big factor in this game right now.
Clearly this went off the window before it was. Brickus whips it over to the wing.
Now they're in that zone.
Poplar had thoughts about the 3, swoops to the hoop and lays it in. Dixon catching, curling, casting, and connects on another 3. Package this year, we'll get a chance to see a lot of those teams face to face, and right now it's Villanova that has regained the lead here in the second half.
Even though Gonzaga did a number on Baylor,
yes,
I didn't. Boy, I was shocked.
12 games with 10+ points last year.
The one thing I kept hearing from Jim Engels before the game about his guy.
Dixon with 29 of the 49 points for Villanova. Kicks it over to the corner. Brickus, a fadeaway corner jumper with their 7th steal of the game.
He's one of the top guys in the Ivy League in steals, De La Rosa.
Left down low, Thompson just able to gather and go up. Dixon's gamble couldn't pay off. We see chomping at the bit to get back in here. Remember, sat out the first game, a suspension due for playing in the Portsmouth Invitational. Normally an invitational for seniors entering the NBA, but has now served his time. Longino rolling to the cup, gets it to draw.
He's a good player. I think they need Longino to become what they kind of thought he would. Because of those injuries, he didn't yet.
But he is healthy now and has made a difference. Floater off the glass, and Bedry able to sneak it in.
But you made the point, Jordan, they're going off the dribble.
Game coming up. Brickus eschews the screen. Poplar getting to the cup. Poplar off the window.
He's a good player. Now he's limping as he runs back.
Brickus flips it over to Dixon. 20 to shoot, still plenty of time. Longino, the drive, loses the rock, open floor. It's a race for Noland, and Noland will get the easy lay-in and another turnover for Villanova. And that was something that Coach Ingles said was really important for this group to get early in the season.
Yeah, nice win. I mean, but, you know, that's a Patriot League, and this is the Big East. That's a foul there, too. That's a good shot.
Foul or not, Brown goes right through the contact. Columbia holding their own defensively. Brickus, shot clock winding down, tries to work against Bedry. Tough shot off the glass.
That was a good move, tough shot.
Navroff up top, trying to keep the offense rolling here. 15 to shoot. Brown in the paint, poked at, another foul, and underneath the hoop. You have to kind of pick your poison, I imagine.
No doubt about it. At least at least against the zone, you don't have to guard all that movement. It's a little different.
He's going to take one here, almost banks it from the corner, but now Villanova 2 of 10 from 3 in the second half. Cooper racing to the cup, and it adds to the lead for Columbia.
He's got his hands everywhere, De La Rosa, one of the top guys in the Ivy League in steals.
You're seeing an extra help defender reach in every time there's a dribble drive. This time it results in a foul, but they're putting up a nice little shield as Columbia. Don't mean to jinx it, but it rolls out. We're just take their time on the offensive end. It is Brown looking to attack, hesitation dribble, corner look. Cooper left wide open and hits the three. Columbia goals for Columbia, and now the pressure intensifies for Villanova.
Big time. They got to get number 43 involved in this game. They switched the screen that time, and now they're not.
Longino able to draw the foul, but
was killing them on in the first half. Wow, how about this team?
You pointed it out. You talked about practicing them. In practice, it's hard sometimes. On the press, Tavlov catches it right near the rim, skies for it, clears out some room. Robledo can't get the finish, but then a foul as he attacks the hoop. How about that catch? Beats away.
Close, I'm close.
Right, no, hey, listen, Robledo at the line. He'll get wiped down as Robledo hits two.
They fouled Villanova a couple of times. Go to the zone, see if they can make a shot. Just make sure Dixon's not the one taking them. They double him right away.
And that's the thing we've seen. Double teams on Dixon for the latter part of this half. Dixon thought about the deep three. 6 to shoot. Dixon just going to fight his way to the cup.
That's a violation. Games in November mean as much as those games in March.
Game this evening.
You know, home losses to teams from the Ivy League, they don't look good on the resume.
Brown in the paint, turn around, sinks.
Dixon, Poplar can make them, but he hasn't gotten many.
The quick hands by Rubio De La Rosa.
He does have quick hands.
Poplar, 10 to shoot. Mosley from the free throw line, and a big shot for the freshman.
I'm gonna.
Just over 5 minutes left. Dixon with the steal. Dixon rumbling to the rim. Dixon with the feathery touch.
Yeah, that was offensively, it's hard to play much better.
Thompson back in the game with those 4 fouls. Backdoor cut. Nolan passes it over. Rubio De La Rosa rolling to the cup. Skies and goes off the glass.
Even relying on a three-point shot.
Just 2 made threes in the second half for Columbia. Longino. Baseline jumper, no good, and that's a foul against Villanova.
He's a physical kid, and he's played that way against Villanova.
Late Monday to pull out that win. Led the Ivy League in free throw shooting. Slow it down and take their time here. They've shot nearly 60% here in the second half. Backdoor cut.
There it is.
De La Rosa can't get the finish, but a late whistle comes in.
Columbia. And on the other hand, they have not been able to do anything. I think Kyle Neptune will be with his defense, but I said it earlier, this zone has been really terrific in the last 5 minutes.
And Jameer Brickus fouled out on that last possession, so now they have to do it without their true point guard, but it's Perkins getting to the cup for 2. It's Brown, shot clock winding down to 8, jump stop. Rubio De La Rosa behind the back, fighting through traffic. The floater, oh, it's a Kuna Matata for the Lions as they build on this lead. 13-point advantage, just under 2 minutes left.
It's a good thing I have grandchildren. I knew what you were saying there.
Listen, I've got 4 kids, 6 and now on Blair Thompson, and now at any point in this game.
At all.
Felt like they had to strain. See the foul on the quick catch. So now Brown will head to the line and hadn't been above 500 since 2017.
I mean, that's what it's all about for themselves. Hey, we can win at anybody's place in our league if we could do it here.
And every coach in college basketball has had one of these games in the non-conference slate
Oh,
that can trip you up.
yeah.
For Villanova, as you see the 3 hit by Longino.
Hey, it happens, and it happens a lot more nowadays than it did 20 years ago.
Brown trying to break the press. Stops right before midcourt, steps over. De La Rosa will just slow it down, and he gets fouled by Parker. 119 in, but for Villanova, I imagine some focus on the defensive.
54% they shot, 7 turnovers. I said it before, it's hard to play better offensively than Columbia played in this game.
Rubio De La Rosa, 8 of 8 from the free throw line now with 20 points for Columbia. Time winding down for Villanova. Parker from the corner, no good. Longino chases down the board. Perkins, well defended by Brown, shakes him. He'll fire a 3 and cans it. Villanova draws up the press. Nolan catches it, kicks it back to Brown. 4 defenders in the backcourt. And it's Brown that'll head to the free throw line. Teams are still trying to figure out what their identity is and continuity.
So early.
Brown hits the free throw, denies the fans a sweet treat if he were to miss 2 in a row. So more heartbreak being poured on these Villanova fans. Cross-court pass, Perkins can't handle it. Rubio De La Rosa with another steal for Columbia.
Especially live ball turnovers. I mean, Villanova scored 7 points off turnovers.
They've been able to generate. De La Rosa continues his perfect night at the line now, 10 of 10 with 22 points. Longino, his 3, no good. Ball batted around, Bedry trying to save it. Nolan knocked to the floor, bodies everywhere. Poplar scoops up the board, but then Poplar goes down. And remember, it was that left ankle that he rolled. So Poplar shot 86.4% from the pick up this upset tonight. Rattles home the second. Robledo to inbound. Second time we've seen them pass it out of bounds. And listen, it's Ivy League. Sometimes you're thinking at a different level than everybody else.
Well, and I made bass coaching. So I've known him for a long time.
And you guys had a chance to catch up before the game,
Yes,
right?
we did.
Yeah.
We caught a schedule.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good schedule.
Both free throws are good, and Columbia with 88 points on the evening against Villanova.
88 on the road. That's a lot of points.
Poplar, offensive rebound, power dribble. His bucket's good, 22 seconds remaining. Rubio De La Rosa just trying to get it in, and that might be a 5-second count, but a timeout called at the last minute. And Coach Ingles furious about that. Coaching game as it unwinds. Brown pops free. Brown will take it down the floor. Villanova trying to sprint after him. We'll see if the Wildcats decide to foul. They do. Longino. Second on Columbia in minutes per game last year, and part of this very athletic. Both free throws are pure, and Columbia has now gotten to the 90-point mark.
90. Oh, that's...
Corner 3 off target. That ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. Villanova possession with 6.7 remaining.
And they came in here and did a number on them. They didn't just win. They did a number on them.
They shoot 54% from the field. Turn it over just 8 times. And Columbia, after this Villanova basket, just moments away from one of their biggest wins in 12 years, you could argue. And that'll do it. Columbia comes on the road into Villanova's house and gets their first Big East victory since 2012 in decisive fashion.
Yeah, I mean, they were in control the entire second half. It was a little bit of a seesaw battle for a while, but once they got the lead in the second half with 12 minutes to go, it was over.
9 different players score for Columbia, and what they did at the free